seen a staffy come past? Brindle in colour, eh? Ah, that bleeding dog, eh? I'll have 5 minutes with you, I can't stay long, like, because I've got some washing to peg out. Yeah, I'm knackered. I say, we've had some right bloody weather, haven't we, lately? What's it been like, eh? It's been lovely, hasn't it? Apparently, it's been the same temperature here as it has been in Spain. Huh? My mate lives in Spain, like. I rang her up the other day, like, to tell her son were out. She says, what, you're Anthony? She says, I bloody knew he were queer. I says, no, you silly cunt. Ah, Paul, I've just picked him up from Doncaster, he's on parole. I mean, I've got 5 lads, me, and I'm telling you, it's hard bloody work. It don't get no easier. I remember when they were at school. I had a phone call every other day, I don't know what it, Mrs. Ashton, your son's called a teacher vinegar tits. I was like, vinegar tits? What's up? Has she got a chip on her shoulder? Blame at their own game, you know what I mean? But these teachers are bloody daft, all bloody inbreds. I was getting a letter every other week telling me school was shut because these here teachers were having a bloody incest day. I had a set to with her one day, I says, listen, you're all inbreds with these incest days. She says, actually, it's insect. I says, oh, that explains why your hair looks a cunt then if I've been using that. Do you know what I mean? But I should have known about that school because when I took twins down on the first day, they said to me, Mrs. Ashton, are they on any medication? I said, no. Any tablets, any medicines? Just said, no. Do they have any inhalators? I says, listen, love, they're just on patches and gum at minute. Silly cunts, honestly. Now, I mean, kids will be kids and you can't blame them for everything. I blame the father, me. They never saw him. And when I think about it, I barely saw him. I mean, it were a dark night. He come up from behind and grabbed me. He tried running off. I pulled him back. I says, here, that's started, that can finish. But I mean, I've got to admit, because I've got 5 lads, me, and I wouldn't like to have a daughter in this day and age, because you see these young lasses these days, and they're doing themselves up to look a lot older than they actually are, and it's worrying. It's worrying. I mean, don't get me wrong. When we were young uns, put a bit of lippy on, do us hair, you know, try and look a bit older to buy a packet of fags. But these days, they're taking it to extremes. I mean, they're dyeing the bloody hair grey. How old do they want to look? I blame this Judi Dench, me and Ellen Mirren. Telling you. I mean, it's not that. My mate's daughter, it's got to be all names. She's walking round with her old Lister and a Paul's boutique. I says, you know, when we were young, we didn't have that. We had Sweater Shop and NAFCO 64 and had to make do. You know what I mean? And they see a Facebook. I say, it's causing some right trouble, isn't it? I says, we didn't have Facebook either. If we wanted to slag someone off, we had toilet wall or bus shelter. You know what I mean? And I mean, they're all skiving school and they're playing through and watching this Jeremy Kyle. Put Kilroy back on, they'll be straight back to fucking school. Do you know what I mean? I forgot next part. Oh yeah, that was it. So, I was watching this Jeremy Kyle the other day and they're on about anorexics and that, and how people turn anorexic, and I mean, it's easy done. I've been to McDonald's, me, twice this week and been called fucking fat. Seriously. I went in, went through a drive-through. I forgot what I ordered now, but to cut a story, we'll just say a coffee, latte please. Talking to fucking R2D2, latte please. Anyway, she says, just park up in Bay 1 and your order will be out shortly, huh? Parked up in Bay 1, I'm sat there 15 fucking minutes. 15 minutes. She comes out with latte, passes it me through window. I'm sorry about your wait, she says. I says, you what? I got up, she shot back in that fucking restaurant, didn't take her 15 minutes to get back in. The cheeky twat, I want to mind her, but she looked like Jabba fucking walking. You know what I mean? But, I mean, it's catch-22, innit? Because I'm not really keen on these posh restaurants either. I mean, it was my birthday, beginning of this year, and our lad, he took me out to one of these posh restaurants, and I couldn't read bloody menu. I must have looked a right twat trying to order one of these here lasagnas. I says to him, I says, I don't want to be ungrateful, I says, but this is the last time I'm coming to Wetherspoons. Honestly, I mean, it was shite anyway. They didn't have no desserts in. I went to the bar and I says, chocolate fudge cake, and you know, like they do, they try and blame kitchen staff. The kitchen staff are all out. I said, not to worry, Cocker, I'll have that cheesecake. Oh, kitchen staff are all out. I thought, aye, I'll get this twat. I says, tell me what then? I'll have spotted Dick. I says, and don't tell me kitchen staff are out of that, because half of them have slept with our Cheryl. So somebody in that kitchen's got it. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, our Cheryl, I don't know if you know her or not, she's a bit just like, you know, and she's my sister, like, we don't see eye to eye, we don't get on, and last time I saw her, we had a bit of set to, and I told her what I thought about her. Told her what the rest of the village thought about her and all, and she says, because she's no shame, thick-skinned, she says, nobody can talk about me till they've done 10 mile in my shoes. I looked at her. I looked at her shoes. I says, they'll not do 10 mile, love. They're from Jonathan James, not bloody Doon. But I mean, it's like my mother. It's like talking to a brick wall, in one ear, out the other. Other day, it took me 2 hours to explain to my mum that Subway were a sandwich shop. She thought it were a bloody brothel. I says, Mother, how have you come to that conclusion? She says, well, I overheard somebody who worked there saying they had to wear rubber gloves and spread spaghetti bolognese on a 6-inch Italian. Bloody thick. And you try and tell her, she don't listen, like, and she's got this saying, my mother, stop telling your granny how to suck eggs. You're telling your granny how to suck eggs. Stop telling your granny, you're telling your granny, suck eggs, suck eggs. Honestly, it pisses me off. So the other day I fired this one back at her. She says to me, stop telling your granny to suck eggs. I says, listen here, thee. I says, why do I want a conversation with my nanan about sucking out, let alone teaching her how to bloody teabag? I says, what am I going to say? Tip your head back, nanan. Relax your gullet. And just let Grandad bob 'em in. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, is it? But I mean, I better get off soon anyway, because our lad will be bloody looking at these bloody dirty magazines and that. I said to him, I says, what do you want to be looking at them for? I said, they're all fake. They've had the busters pumped up and liposuction and this. I said, it's not real. I says, that's not a real bloody woman. He says to me, I might trade you in for a newer version. I says, well, I'll tell you something, lad, you'll do that. But mark my words, 15 years with thee and 5 kids later, and them tits are going to look like these saddlebags. Now, that's a real woman. That's a real fucking woman. I'm going to have to go because I've got a pan on. Bruce, where's that fucking dog?